But you know what freaking bothers me, dude, is that you can't pick the cat. What if a cat wants to play this game? What if your pet wants to play this game? A bird, a dog wants to play as a pet in this game. They can't. They have to play as one of these stupid little humans, you know, these stinky little garbage people. It's like kind of messed up, you know? There's like a lack of diversity in the game. And honestly, like if you look at the Steam charts, as far as I can tell, there's been no pets that have ever bought or played Monster Hunter World. And to me, that's a real problem. And it's representative of the biggest issue in this game, which to me, it's a lack of representation. Where's the diversity? That company, Sweet Baby Incorporated, I guarantee you they would tell the devs of Monster Hunter World that they need to let you play as a cat or a dog or a bird or a zebra or a monkey but you know, whatever. You get the basics covered. It's something where Sweet Baby Incorporated, they would swipe this down right now. They would be like, okay, so you can choose a man or woman of different skin complexions, but where's the cat choice? How can you play as a dog? Like, where's the representation there? Do you think that cats don't hunt down monsters? Because you're a damn idiot if you think that's the case. You only think these stinky garbage human people are doing it with their freaking metal suits? No, the cats are doing all the work off screen. They have the dude follow you around. Like, they want you to know, like, hey, cats can fight too, but you don't get to play as one because screw you. Screw your diversity and representation. It just pisses me off seeing like how far back we still are within gaming. You think you've come so far. You see like a Miles Morales, right? And you're just like, oh wow, we got No, we don't. You can't play as a cat in Miles Morales. You can't play as a cat in Spider-Man. You can't play as a cat in freaking God of War, can you? It's really a big issue when you don't have the ability to play as a pet or some sort of animal. Like I tried to hand my controller over to my dog this morning, and you know, I'm like, hey, try Monster Hunter World. I think you'll really enjoy it. It's a fun game, and I think that even a dog would love it. And my dog just bit the controller and started chewing on it. I had to fish it out of its mouth. And you know what? I looked at the screen and I was like, wait a minute. It's probably because you can't play as a dog and you can't play as a cat. Like, there's no representation for my dog. So why would she put up with that? You know, I wouldn't put up with that. So obviously she's going to attack my controller. Like, this is what I'm going to ask the Monster Hunter devs to do is, it's not too late. Patch the game, let us play as the cat. Look at this dude. He's standing right there. Put the camera behind him and let me control him, right? Or her. I really don't know the gender of this cat. It didn't even let me choose the gender of the cat as far as I know. Like, how messed up is that? You can choose the gender of the human, but not the cat. I mean, it speaks for itself. Like, I'm greatly offended by Monster Hunter World. Just pisses me off, dude. Like, I've looked at the Steam charts, and honestly, there are no cats that play this game, right? No cats play Monster Hunter World. That's just a fact from what I can tell. This is what I'm saying, is that there's millions of pets around the world, right? Millions of cats, millions of dogs, millions of birds, I'm sure. I haven't counted myself, you know, I can't really count that high, but I'm sure there's someone out there with a calculator that's counted them all up, and there's millions of them. And what I'm saying is the Monster Hunter World devs are leaving money on the table by not allowing you to play as a cat or a dog or a bird. And if they were to patch the game, put the camera right behind the cat and allow me to use that little shovel thing as a weapon and play through the game as a cat, there would be more pets playing the game. There'd be millions of more players playing Monster Hunter World. It would give it new life. The next time that I hand my controller to my dog, it would play. It'd probably be like actually one of the best players at the game. Like, I really believe my dog would be great at Monster Hunter World. Like, I don't know that for sure, but it's just something in my gut. I can tell, like, she'd be good at Monster Hunter, you know? And I just feel really sad that she's not represented in Monster Hunter World. I feel bad that the diversity's lacking so much that she'd have to play as a human, you know, whatever skin tone, but she'd be stuck being one of these two-legged losers, you know what I mean? See how the cat can do like 2 feet, right? Oh, does a little spin and then goes on to all fours. You see how cool that is? That's something where you can't get that experience as a person in this game. Maybe you can walk around on all fours as a human in this game. If there is a way to do that, please, in the comments of this video, like, just tell me what I need to press to like crawl around on all fours so I can at least pretend that this human is a cat. Like, let me at least pretend that's the case. And it's just bothersome too, because look at like how much armor this human has, right? Like, these freaking idiots need like a bunch of armor on them because they're not a cat that has 9 lives. So what do? They just add like 9 layers of metal to their bodies just so they can pretend that they're as strong as a cat, just so they can pretend they're as good. And they're not. Like, humans have never been as good as cats. They've never been as good as dogs. They've never been as good as birds. Like, look, dude, like, what's the last war that a cat started? Genuinely, like, let me know in the comments. So what's the last war that a cat started? I guarantee you a cat hasn't started a war. Like, maybe like Garfield, right? Maybe Garfield did, like, once. Like, maybe once he was like, I hate Mondays, and then these freaking humans put 52 Mondays into the year. Of course that's going to piss off Garfield. Like, what were we thinking? What were people thinking? That to me is just, like, it's like you're asking for it at that point. You know what I mean? Like, you're obviously, like, you added 52 Mondays to the calendar to piss off Garfield. And if Garfield was to start a war, right? I wouldn't blame him. Like, it's not Garfield's fault. It's humans' fault. Like, we didn't have to do 52 Mondays. Maybe we could have did like one Monday. Maybe one Monday, all right? That's still kind of a middle finger to Garfield. But yeah, like, I don't think any pet started a war before. And if a pet did start a war, I really think that Garfield is the only one that would. And he has good reason to do so. So I wouldn't blame him. And I'm assuming if Garfield did start a war, we could just give him some lasagna, maybe a year's supply of lasagna, and he'd probably chill out. But that's because cats are cool. Which again, that's why we should be able to play as cats in this game. It's such a tease. Like, he just even keeps running right next to me, right? It's like he's begging for me to play as the cat. Like, he's like, please, like, play as me, and I can't. Because the freaking Monster Hunter devs don't believe in the kind of diversity. Like, they're speciesists, is my guess. I'm sorry. I don't want to accuse them. I'm sorry. I don't know them personally, but I really think they should patch in the way to play as the cat. Like, that's the long story short, is that if you can't play as the cat, my assumption is that you got something against cats, you know? Sweet Baby Inc., they wouldn't let this slide. They would immediately tell these Monster Hunter devs, like, what you're doing here is wrong, it isn't right, wrong is the opposite of right, and you are wrong, and you should be able to play as a cat. And you know what? I would say thank you, Sweet Baby Incorporated. God, I hate that name. I would say thank you so much for letting me play as a cat. You made the world and video games a better place for everyone. You made, okay, maybe you didn't make the real world a better place, but you made the Monster Hunter world a better place. And for that, I am thankful. You know what I mean? That's what I would say. I'm sure there's some sort of activist group out there fighting for cat representation in Monster Hunter world. And whoever those people are, I need to find them and I need to join them. I need to make this my life mission. I really feel like there's nothing else that matters. If there is any cause worthwhile in this world right now, the most important thing to any self-respecting human being right now is that we get cat representation in Monster Hunter world. And I don't know what I need to do to make that happen. I don't know if I need to like write the message on my shirt, take off my shirt, and do like a little belly dance in front of the Monster Hunter World Dev headquarters. So I guess I gotta get a ticket out of here and go over to Japan or somewhere and just find their headquarters, take off my shirt, and write something about cats. Or okay, what I'll put on my chest is like, we want cats, right? Meow. And I think they'll get like they'll laugh, they'll chuckle a little bit at the like meow instead of now. And maybe, just maybe, their frozen like stone hearts will melt and they'll turn into light and they'll realize the wrongs that they've committed in this game and that they should have done better. And then they'll patch in the ability to play as a cat. Like, it should be an official part of the game for Monster Hunter World. I'm really thinking about returning it. I think I'm within the 2-hour window still, but I feel like I can't give up that easy. So I think I'll hold on to this game and I'll just complain constantly that I can't play as a cat. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna complain constantly about the game. I'm not going to enjoy a single moment of it because I'm just going to keep complaining about how the fact that I can't play as a cat. That's what I'm going to do. That sounds like the right choice. Please spread this video around, like, you know, make our voices heard. Silence is violence. If you don't spread this video around, like, honestly, you might be a speciesist. That's all I'm saying. Like, you condone not being able to play as cats or dogs within Monster Hunter. Okay, here's the issue too. Like, the fact that I can't play as a cat, right? That's strike number one. That pisses me the hell off. I feel personally offended for all the cats out there. On top of that, here I am just skinning all these freaking like gecko little jagras, which are really, we know they're basically oversized lizards. So I mean, I'm gonna guarantee you I'm never gonna skin some sort of human in this game, right? It's all just gonna be all these animals. It's a little demeaning, you know what I mean? Like, what if a lizard wanted to play this game? Like, do you think they would find that offensive? I think they would. I think they would be hoping they could play as a lizard. Instead, they'd be skinning one. All I'm saying is, like, you're just asking to be canceled here. Like, if a group of lizards get together, like, you're done for, dude. Like, and you don't think people won't stand for the lizards? Like, you think people are going to keep playing this game? If you're, like, being so ruthlessly awful to lizards, they're better than that. Like, they'll stop playing this game if they can't play as a cat, and if you only... Oh, my Jesus. Okay. There's no fall damage, thank God. That doesn't make sense, though. The fact that there's no fall damage on a human, that should have, like, fucked up my legs easily. I should be, like, crawling around with broken legs, right? Now, the cat character could totally, like, the cat character falling from this height makes a lot of sense to me. Which is, once again, why they should add cats into the game, like, playable cats. Watch this again. Like, the cat jumping down makes a lot of sense. They can land very easily. They have 9 lives. And then this dude, like, imagine just having, like, 300 pounds of armor on you and just jumping from, like, 50 feet high. This... Bam. Broken legs should happen. The fact that his legs aren't broken is just pissing me off. It's breaking my immersion. I thought this game was supposed to be realistic and good. I really hope that I'm able to change the game Monster Hunter World and to make it more diverse and inclusive. For me, it's almost making the game unplayable. The whole time I'm just sitting there like, damn, I wish I had 9 lives. Damn, I wish I could run on all 4s. Damn, why can't I play as a cat? I really wish that I could share the joy of this game with my dog, and I wish that she wouldn't just bite the controller when I hand it to her. At the end of the day, it makes sense, and I don't blame her. her. You know, she doesn't feel represented and she just feels left out. This game just tells her, I don't know, it's like a very subtle level. The messaging is you can't play as a cat, like you can't play as a dog, because cats and dogs, they're not able to beat up monsters. They're really just little pets. They're not capable of fighting the good fight, of hunting the monsters. In the Monster Hunter world, a cat is just a little feline with a shovel. And that makes me really sad that they don't get to play as who they are. Like they don't get that representation. Honestly, I'm going to keep playing Monster Hunter World and I'm going to keep fighting the good fight. I'm going to keep complaining about it until hopefully the Monster Hunter World devs decide to let me play as the cat. This is what I'm going to dedicate my life to at this point. Like, it's that important, and I may not be a cat, I may not be a dog or a bird or whatever pet you have, but I care about those pets, and I think they deserve to be represented in Monster Hunter World. For the cats and the dogs and the pets, all right? I stand with you. I stand with you. I stand with the cats. Monster Hunter World will represent you someday. I swear. I swear. Cool, so I'm hoping that fist thing looks very official and very empowering, and I hope that this pose really gets home the point that I'm gonna fight for this, alright? Because the truth is, Sweet Baby Inc. they're doing what they can for representation and diversity, but it's not enough. It's up to us. It's up to all of us gamers to really stick it to the man, you know, bring it to the dev teams and tell them we want to be able to play as anything we want to play as. Where's the unicorn representation? Where's the dogs? Where's the birds? And I think we really need to make a stink about it, you know? We need to go full Karen mode. I see some gamers, they're complaining about the gameplay. They're like, oh wow, the microtransactions. Oh wow, all this buggy garbage that just got released as a full game. You know, this broken disaster that was sold to people as a finished product. You guys are all complaining about the wrong things, okay? It's not about the gameplay. It's not about how much content's in the game. It's not about the microtransactions, the pay to win. All of that stuff is a distraction. Alright, that's not what video games are about, okay? Like, bad gameplay doesn't make a game bad. If a game's not fun to play, it could still be a good game. The question is, can you play as a cat? Can you play as a dog? How much diversity does that game have? How much representation does that game have? How much all-inclusiveness does that inclusiveness have? What is the inclusive level? If we were to, like, make a 1 to 10 meter, how inclusive is this game? You can't play as a cat, it's probably about a 1. Like, let's just be fair about it, right? If you can't play as a cat in Monster Hunter World, it's about a 1. I mean, I saw like you can play as a man or woman with different skin tones, but no cats, so I'm giving it a 1. Okay, I think that's fair. I think that's not an ideological take. I think that's just a fair take, like a well-rounded take. I appreciate you guys watching, for whoever was watching this, which was no one. But you know what? Even if I'm just screaming into the void by myself, and I'm fighting for the pets all alone, I'm fighting for the cats and the dogs out there, and no one's even helping me, I'll still keep doing it. I'm not going to be silenced. I won't shut up about this. I'm never going to stop. I'm never going to stop until the Monster Hunter World devs decide to postpone all their other plans, like Monster Hunter Wilds. Like, screw that, man. No, that's priority number 0. Priority number 1 is go back to Monster Hunter World, spend a year or 2 adding some cats to the game. I'm hoping it only take like a month, but you know, maybe you just delay Monster Hunter Wilds by like a month, and you allow us to play as cats in Monster Hunter World. One thing I will say though is I've only played the first like hour of this game. So if Monster Hunter World does let me play as a cat, I apologize in advance for jumping the gun on this. I apologize for making assumptions, and my bad. I won't take down the video though. I'll just probably make an apology video, and I'll just profusely say sorry for my ignorance, but I'm pretty damn sure that these fools don't allow you to play as a cat. Sadly, this rant has gone on probably longer than my Steam return purchase window here, so I'm stuck with the game now. This freaking game that you can't play as cats, you know? So, But, you know, I'm still going to play through it anyways, right? And I'm going to complain about it the whole way through. All the gamers that are concerned about microtransactions, pay to win, broken games, you know, blah, 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 $70 price tag for junky trash that someone pooped out over the last couple years. Suicide Squad. You know, you guys really just don't understand the problems that plague gaming right now. Like, your priorities aren't straight. You need to start prioritizing the representation in gaming. You know, your cats, your dogs, your geckos, what other pets are there? Your penguins, your polar bears. Those are the people you're supposed to be defending. Those are the people that aren't represented in gaming yet. And we need to fix that. We need to like, make it a bigger deal. We need to make a stink about it. Like, I keep thinking that gaming's progressed a lot, and there's diversity and representation, and then I play something like Monster Hunter World, and then I realized, oh, we're still at square one. At the end of the day, does a game being fun or enjoyable or packed with content, does any of that really matter, like how fun or good the game is? I really don't think so. At the end of the day, the question is, who can I play as? Can I play as a cat? Can I play as a dog? That's what I'm asking myself for every game that I play. Like the game Stray, oh, that is an amazing game. An amazing game. You get to play as a cat. So right off the bat, it was like, great game. Some people say, oh, but you can't play as a human in Stray. And that's true, but don't humans have other games? Don't humans already have enough games? We don't really need that. So with Stray, we give it the pass, right? You get to play as a cat. Great game. A 10 out of 10. 10 out of 10. And I highly recommend it. It's just something that bothers me, and I feel like it won't be fixed unless people like me start making a stink about it and complaining. And all these gamers, I know they're gonna have issues with it. Like, there's more important things than gaming. I feel ripped off for paying $70 for this garbage. None of that matters, you know. Or, oh, this game was supposed to be good. They spent 7 years working on it. Starfield was supposed to be good, and it wasn't, because it wasn't fun, or there was a lot of load screens, or nothing was interesting at all. It was just super boring, and the gunplay sucked. And all these gamers are just complaining about the wrong things. And the question is, in Starfield, can you play as a cat? I'm gonna bet you can't. Like, I feel like it's just easy. That's the part that gets me. It's easy. Just represent everyone. Be inclusive. Bring diversity in gaming. Like, it's not hard. Here's, okay, from a business perspective, let's keep it business perspective, right? From a business perspective, there are millions of cats and millions of dogs. Like, there's millions of pets in the world, and none of them play games. Like, none of them play Monster Hunter World, right? How do you get them to play Monster Hunter World? If you want these animals to play Monster Hunter World, they need to be represented. They need to be able to play as a character that represents who they are. Physically, because that's really all that matters. You know, bring their physical representation into this virtual world, and I guarantee you the next time I hand my controller over to a bird, hand my controller over to a hippopotamus, hand my controller over to a unicorn, hand my controller over to a dinosaur, that dinosaur will play this game. You know why they won't play this game right now? Is because you can't play as a dinosaur. You can't, let's get out of the dinosaur thing. I know some people don't believe in them, you freaking close-minded fools, whatever. If I hand this to my dog tomorrow, she is gonna eat this controller for breakfast, all right? It's gonna be chewed up, it's gonna be messed up, this controller isn't gonna be usable anymore, right? I'm gonna be like, hey, play some Monster Hunter World, I love you. Here you go, dog. Play Monster Hunter World. And guess what's gonna happen? That dog is just gonna eat my controller, gonna eat it. And you know why my dog's gonna do that? Because you can't play as a dog in Monster Hunter World. Okay, if I couldn't play as a human or a guy with the exact skin complexion that I possess, like, I would take this controller and I would smash it into the wall over and over. Smash, 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 right? Because I'm not gonna deal with that. If I can't play as someone that looks like me, I just won't play it. I just won't play it, right? And I get very angry about it, right? And I've broken many controllers for that reason, right? Like Horizon Zero Dawn. Like, I was like, this is a great game. Wow, this is really fun. This is very unique and interesting, right? Then at some point I was like, wait, I have to play as a red-haired woman? And I was like, oh, I got all mad. I was like, oh, and I started smash, smash, right into the wall. I actually broke my window. I forgot that was a window. I thought it was just a wall and I was making a hole in a wall. Ended up being a window. I had to replace that window because of Horizon Zero Dawn and the fact that I couldn't play as a guy. So that's the thing where it's like, I understand. I've been in the shoes of that dog before. I've been in the shoes of that cat before.
Oops.
I think I still have the game running in the background. Whatever, dude. But yeah, like, it makes sense. It makes sense why my dog chewed up the controller when I tried to hand it to the dog, right? I would do the same thing. I think most of you would do the same thing. Like, if I can't play as someone that looks exactly like me, then... Like, I played this one game where you couldn't even add, like, a really unkempt beard to your character, and I felt very unrepresented, right? What did I do? Smash, 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 smash. It's one of those things where I haven't heard enough people bringing this issue to light, and I'm gonna make this my priority. I'm gonna make this my life purpose. I'm never gonna stop. I'm never gonna stop talking about it until they add representation for different animals within these games. And I think a good place to start is Monster Hunter. Once we change the Monster Hunter world, we could change every other video game world, and we can change the real world. You wonder why aren't there any, like, cat firemen or like a dog cop? Where's the dog cops and the cat firemen of the world? Where are they? Nowhere. You know why? Because they're not represented. They've never seen a movie or played a game where you get to be a cat cop or a dog cop. The pup police don't exist because we told dogs that they can't be police. At some point, the messaging that we send these creatures, like, it has an effect. It has a real effect on this world. And it's up to us to do what we can. I'm going to leave it at that. I know this has been a preachy stream. I was supposed to be playing Monster Hunter World blindfolded, but I started realizing as I'm playing that the developers of this game, they're the ones that are blindfolded, man. They aren't realizing the issue with their game. The main problem is you can't play as a cat. That's all I'm going to say. My first impression of Monster Hunter World. It's a 1 out of 10. It's an easy 1 out of 10. You can't play as a cat. You can't play as a dog. Can't play as a bird. It's an easy 1 out of 10. It's that simple. I've only played for about an hour, and most of it's been me just talking about this. I haven't really beaten a mission yet, but just I can tell this game's not very good. It's like a 1. But I'm going to keep playing it, you know, because maybe it'll bump up to like a 10 if I keep trying. Maybe I'll realize you can play as a cat. I have no idea. But the fact I couldn't from the start play as a cat is a big issue in itself. I'm pretty sure I'm not going to play as one. I guarantee you. They haven't done this. And again, I'll apologize if I'm wrong. I promise you that. I'll make an apology video, and we'll fix this up just right, okay? Again, I'm King Fakes a lot. I hope that I was able to expand your heart and mind, and I hope that you now understand what's wrong with gaming, and I hope that you are willing to join me in this fight to try to make gaming a better thing, you know, a more inclusive and diverse medium. I mean, it's up to us. It's up to us, you know? And I'm gonna do everything I can. I'm gonna keep fighting. I'm never gonna stop. Always gonna complain about this. Every day. Every night. I'm going to journal about it, talk about it on a stream. When I go to the doctor's office, I'm going to tell my doctor about it. I'm probably going to start going to therapy and talking to my therapist about it. My future therapist, I'll talk to him or her or them about it. You know, I'll write in my representatives. I'll write in my senator, right? I'll write the president. I mean, the president will probably just throw it in the trash because, you know, doesn't seem to care. But maybe I'll give it a shot anyways. Maybe I'll put little cat ears on the envelope and he'll open it because he freaking likes cats or something. I don't really know much about him. Don't want to know much about him. But what I do want him to do is to solve this problem immediately. If you need to, maybe we'd put some government funding on it. I mean, we have plenty of money to go around, right? Just spend it like crazy. Why not? Let's just give maybe the game devs that decide to add this representation to their games. We just throw them a couple million. Just toss it on over to them, you know what I mean? And if we do that, I think we could really get more choices to play as pets in games. So yeah, I'll complain at everyone all day, every day. I'm gonna go on a date this week probably. I'll probably complain about it right from the start. Really make sure that they are on the same page as me on this. I don't want to date anyone that doesn't think this is the biggest issue out there, right? I don't want to date anyone that thinks a video game can be good without this. Like, one of the only good games I've played personally is Super Mario 3D World, because you can put on the cat suit as Mario, and I'm like, it's not exactly playing as a cat, but it's close. Like, it's a step in the right direction. The game, I've only played the first level of the game, and I'd probably give it like an easy 9 out of 10. But it's because Nintendo seems to be the only one that cares, I guess, and at least in that situation. But what we need to do is we need to get every other company to care. If we were able to change the Monster Hunter world, we can change every other world, including the real world. That's the final argument, okay? If you want to change the real world, you need to change the virtual world first. That's how things go. You need to change all of the art, and then eventually the world would just naturally form around that art. That's just kind of how it goes. So this is the most important issue. I don't care if any of you disagree. Like, just let me know in the comments if this is like the most important issue to you as well. This to me strikes me as the most important issue in gaming, and I don't think there's anything else wrong with games. It's not like they're just greedy mother effers. A bunch of lazy fucks just put out the same game every year. Like, you see what the Madden guys do. They're putting out magic and really going to the grindstone every year with those games. It's not like they're copying and pasting a bunch of garbage and selling it for $70 every year. You know, they're pouring their hearts out. But the issue with Madden is you can't play as a cat. Can't play as a dog. That's the thing with those games. Everything else is perfect. Like, they pour their hearts and souls into those kind of games. But at the end of the day, it's all for nothing if you can't play as different animals. But what it makes me think is that the gaming industry is just filled with speciesists. People that think that humans are better than other species. I think that's wrong. I think that's a very limiting belief and a bigoted belief. And I think we, as gamers, need to go after this. That's all I'm saying. All right, I need to stop. I need to stop because this has gone on way too long, and it brings me down to understand how far gaming is from the ideal. Again, Monster Hunter World, 1 out of 10. 1 out of 10. You can't play as cats. The part that gets me is that they tease you. They have the cat running around with these cute little animations, so you kind of go, oh, it's a cool cat. And then you can't play as the cat. I'll try my heart out. I won't give up, okay? That's all I got, guys. Whatever. I'm just saying nothing now. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate it. Let me know in the comments what your thoughts are on this, and I'd appreciate if you subscribe, because I'm going to continue to fight the fight, and I'll try to, continue making some videos. I have some other videos to check out too. It's some comedy skits, but I don't know if I'm going to be doing too much of that at the moment. Like, kind of done with the comedy skits for now. I'm not really in the joking mood in any way. I'm not really into the joking mood, and I want to try to brand myself a little more seriously. I want to start fighting for things that matter, like, this isn't about the laughs anymore. This is about, like, making the world a better place and making gaming better, just trying to fix the world one game at a time, maybe. I don't know what I'm going to do, but it's not going to be as funny, because really what I want to do is serious content going forward, and I hope that you guys are into it. Only serious people subscribe. If you're a joker, subscribe too, actually. I'd greatly appreciate that if you did that too. All right, guys. Peace.